dreaming. Cause now that I'm woke, everything that I see ain't what it seems, man. I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm woke, everything that I see ain't what it seems, man. I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming.
And we in there. Oh yeah. Peace and love to all the gods and goddesses and the high vibrating species on the planet. I see you. How we living out there, good people? How we living? How's your day? So far, so good. Yeah, I mean, and I'm asking you how's your day because when you receive this video, it's gonna be on the day, and it's after the blue blue do 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 Happy New Year's. All that part's over with by the time you get this one, right? But we are. I'm just gonna go ahead and let y'all know I am recording this the hour before the mark. Okay, so I'm just gonna let you know that off the redneck. And we gonna bring in the New Year's with a special request. Class participation, of course, from Anthrax Crab. Peace, salute to you, sir. I see you. Thanks for the class participation all this year of the 2024. You know what I'm talking about? We really do appreciate your help, your advice, your you know what I'm saying, your extra cards of maneuvering as we weave through the SCP universe. We really, you know what I'm saying, appreciate you coming in and helping us being a wheel man every now and then. You feel me, to steer us in a couple directions to pick up on, you know what I'm saying, some SCPs that we need to cover. So we really do appreciate you. Peace and salute to you yet again. Anthrax Crab, we thank you. And Anthrax Crab has brought to us the broken tongue. You know what I'm talking about? So, yes, we gonna see. We gonna see how broke this tongue is. We gonna see if they talking crazy or if they can't talk at all, or if they got a speech impediment. We gonna find out. You feel me? But this is SCP-1139. You know what I'm saying? The broken tongue. Object class is a Euclid, and it is a Church of the Broken Gods SCP. I mean, I kind of forgot. I ain't gonna front. I kind of forgot, you know what I'm saying, if I was really rocking with the Church of the Broken God. I'm not sure. I know I'm rocking with the Serpent's Hand, for the most part. Not too sure about the Church of the Broken God, but we gonna find out if I was really rocking with them or if I'm like, nah, I think they own some other. I think they own some other just because of the name, the Broken God. I don't know, you know, well, maybe they God may be broke. You know what I'm talking about? Especially the hypocritical tyrant that we know of in one of them books that's out here. Yeah, that guy. He owns some other. Like I think he got some mental issues. But yo, we do have numerology, and I can honestly say already before we even get started, seeing that this thing says the broken tongue, we're already talking about communication. And the number 5 is masculine in energy. It's the Mercury planet of energy. And the Mercury ultimately is communication. Okay? That's like one of the top bars for it. But I'm gonna give y'all a couple positives and negatives of the planet Mercury besides the retrograde, which only on the Mercury retrogrades is not anything to fear. It's just doing cross-referencing from several sources, different sources, they all come to the conclusion of, when dealing with the Mercury retrograde, is don't fear, nothing to fear. It's just don't make any major plans. Just cultivate what you have going for the moment. Sit and relax. Let this time blow over. And the things that you have, take time to think about those, reflect on those. Make adjustments to those if need be, but don't make any new plans, and especially anything major, like a major move or a major financial decision or anything like that. There's something that you would consider to be, let's just say, drastic in measure as far as your decision making. When dealing with the Mercury retrograde, you want to just kind of relax, let that energy blow over. You don't want to get your decision mixed and screwed. It's because it kind of screws with that type of energy. You know what I'm saying? Where you've been you're thinking it's the right decision to make, and it was actually the wrong decision. So just kind of take it easy on the Mercury retrograde. Let me throw the charger in there. Okay. So, but anyways, positive energies of the Mercury energy, or the Mercury planet. And the emerald, I don't have my ring. I do have an emerald ring, but it's the emerald. Think of Sonic the Hedgehog with the big emerald. You know what I'm talking about? Big green thing. But some of the positive is a messenger. Okay, logic, self-expression, writing speed, analyst learning, siblings, childhood, hobbies, intellect, knowledge, memory, information, humor, and wit are some of the positive energies with the Mercury. The negatives is miscommunication, obsession, gossip, cunning, mistakes, calculating, rivalries, hyperbolic, nerves, error, confusion, high-strung, anxiety, frustrations, and trickster. See? So, that negative energy on his Mercury here is why you want to kind of work with the retrograde, because it's definitely, since it's got that kind of a negative connotation onto it, these are some of the negative energies that you're going to be dealing with the retrograde. And that trickster, frustration, mistakes, miscommunication, miscalculating, you see what I'm saying? Gossiping, all these type of things, anxiety, high-strung, listen, error, okay? So you've been made the wrong decision when trying to make a major move with the Mercury retrograde. All right, so that's how y'all deal with that, okay? Do your own due diligence and everything. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all know the scope. Anyway, so the positives with the number 5 is clever, adaptable, versatile, daring, energetic. We got freedom-loving, quick reflexes, crisis-oriented, enthusiastic, loves travel, and excitement. All right, so the negatives for the number 5 is excessive, irritable, careless, vulgar, callous, lacks discipline and direction. See, all of these are still dealing with Mercury. Nervousness, abusive, inconsistent, self-indulgent with sex, drugs, and alcohol. The occupations: salesperson, reporter, detective, communications expert, public relations, pilot, writer, magician, gambler, instructor, personnel, interviewer, stockbroker, import-export, scientist, race car driver, emergency and crisis teams. And as you see, all of those are still, some of those are still dealing with communication, which we have the broken tongue here, which the tongue deals with communication, all right? So the tidbits, we got rulership over high places. That's principalities in high places. Wickedness and spiritual wickedness in high places. Keep that in mind. So the number 5, that's the 5-pointed star, whether up or down. As above, so below. As within, so without. If there's a negative, there's a positive. That's called duality. All right. So I'm just bringing all this to you, so y'all can bring out y'all year with some fresh things to be thinking about, how to construct your life, how to construct it. All right. All right. So we got public schools, playgrounds, post offices, shopping malls, trade and science buildings, lab plants, communication centers, places of commerce, all racetracks, centers of any general public activity. And communication has to do with all of that. The colors here are mixed colors. And the tarot, if you're into such a thing, is the Hierophant card. And the Hierophant or the High Priest card represents search for spiritual meaning. This is the year of the 9. Definitely has a spiritual meaning. We're going to drop that in the community with the 9. We got masculine on the masculine side, but it represents balance, just like I said. And remember, the universe is all about balance. All about balance. So whatever has a negative, it has a turnaround. If it's a positive, it has a turnaround. But you have to be able to make the right decisions if You know what I'm saying? To keep it from turning around. If you're doing some positive things, you don't really want that to turn around and balance out to do negative. You feel me? You just want to be able to make the right decision. So even if things go down, just realize the downside is the balance of it. And it's going to come back up. But what you don't want to do is break down past where it was even. So if you're up and you break back down to even, be happy with that, because you could do this. Feel me? And sometimes it's harder to get back here versus get back here. See what I'm saying? Because do this and do that, you got further to go when you're trying to do back this. That's a lot further. It's a lot harder, and especially if you're not learning from your mistakes. All right? So that is our numerology for this evening, for today, the 1st January, which is not that yet, but that's what we bringing in. You feel me? Because when y'all receive this, that's what they will be in. And it's a desire. Also, it's a desire for spiritual knowledge, no matter the creed or doctrine. So don't be biased, or you're gonna miss it. And it urges man to understand their higher nature. So get with your higher self. Start linking in, or you're gonna fall behind. That is our numerology for this evening, for the 1st. Happy New Year to everyone. I have my drink. Cheers. It's rum for the ancestors. We rum for the ancestors. We finna do this thing. Yeah. So it's 11:22 at the moment. So we're gonna keep an eye on this clock. And okay, so Academy Mates, I hope you have what you need, because I do. Without further ado, let's get to what it is that we do. And Academy Mates, peace and love to you. I see you. Y'all know where y'all sitting, right here. Come on, let's line up. Have a seat. Yeah, me and Cerebral, we about to get it busted. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, my bad. One more. If we with the Eastside Show, man, hold up. I thought I did that already. My bad, homie. I thought I did it already. Okay, so now we subscribe to it. So y'all be sure y'all go to the Eastside Show SCP, and y'all subscribe, like, share, comment, do all that good stuff for the guy. You know what I'm talking about? Because we bringing up this good content for y'all. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know about these anomalies around here. You feel me? So be sure y'all like and subscribe to Eastside Show. Again, salute, peace, love to you. You know what I'm saying? Happy New Year's to y'all. Y'all keep bringing it out, because we going to keep busting and jumping on their neck all this year. You know what I'm talking about? All right, let's go.
Item number SCP-1139. Object Class Euclid. Special...
Hey, look like we got another tower, y'all. What is this damn thing? Yeah, go. Let's do that. Hit that thing. Only for those that indulge. If you don't smoke, then cool, don't you stick your hand up to him. You hear me? All right, let's go.
Containment procedures. By authorization of O5, object is housed at research area. Following incident 1139-1, object moved to research area. When not being used for testing, object is to be enclosed in a 75 by 20 by 20 centimeter block of rubber, molded into 2 pieces, with a Faraday cage surrounding the block, placed on a static-free workbench. The containment room for the object shall be made of unreinforced concrete, minimum thickness of 3 meters, and shall be illuminated at all times by gas lamps. The humidity level shall remain between 70% and 80% at all times. The door to SCP-1139's containment room shall be made of non-conductive, high-impact ceramic materials. Following Incident 1139-1, access is via 3 containment doors, the outermost door consisting of steel, with a metallic threshold grounded in case of electrical discharge. The 2 innermost doors are to be constructed of non-conductive, high-impact ceramic materials. No electrical devices, including pacemakers, watches, or recording devices, are to be brought into the containment room except for testing purposes. In no event may an electrical device capable of producing more than 1,000 watts be introduced to the containment room without written authorization of 205 personnel. In no event may an electrical device capable of creating an alternating current be introduced to the containment room without authorization.
Whoa. Now, folks, folks just said without 205 personnel. Like, damn, I don't think I actually heard that before, y'all. Let's say the uncontained room. Wait a minute. Okay, that's gonna mess y'all up. Let me turn that off. That's gonna mess y'all up. It's gonna be like double. I think it's gonna be double captions if I don't shut that off. So my bad. Let me close that now. But yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of any SCP that you couldn't really deal with without the 05 council. And they talking about 2 of them. They said 05 personnel. This is 05 council, right? Am I right? Or am I wrong? I mean, remind me. Because I anything with the 05, I thought that was council. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's a 13 of the royal families, even though that's who that is.
205 personnel. Research area shall remain equipped with 2 lightning rods at all times, neither of which shall be grounded within 200 meters of SCP-1139. Following Test 1139-L and by order of 05, the staff of each foundation.
I mean, what's up with the letters, bro? I mean, y'all gonna explain these letters? Is this the broken tongue? Is this the communication? Because that's what I'm starting to think. Let's see if we see any words in it real quick, y'all. See, Mr. Okay, I thought they said daughter, but no. Okay, that's okay.
Site must include 1 Level 3 staff member previously affected by SCP-1206. Description: SCP-1139 consists of a metallic gray rectangular block, roughly 20 centimeters high and 5 centimeters square at its base. The overall...
I think they say July. Yeah. It looks like it says July. It looks like a 3. So I thought it said jealousy at first. But no, it looks like it says July 3-6. Okay.
Density of the object is roughly double that of iron, and the object is denser near the top. The object has thus far proved impervious to both deterioration and damage, making a determination of the object's age impossible. The sides are patterned with square protrusions and an unrecognized pattern, which can be confirmed by touch. Viewers of the pattern or of photos of the pattern observe the protrusions as block letters in a language they are familiar with, but this is merely a visual illusion. No subject has reported any subsequent change in the appearance of the letters. On the bottom of the object there are 4 1mm by 5mm crevices, each coated in a copper-colored substance. No new effect has been observed through the manipulation of or application of electricity directly to the crevices. Upon application of a direct current, the object affects all individuals within a given radius through unknown means. Any person within the radius of effect begins speaking and writing a new language, though they apparently believe they are speaking their native tongue. Subjects lose the ability to speak or comprehend any prior known languages. Linguistic analysis indicates that the new languages are fully formed languages, but all attempts at translation have been met with complete failure. Attempts at translation continue. Subjects have proven incapable of learning or relearning any real-world language after exposure to SCP-1139. Class AA amnesiacs successfully counteract the effect, though subjects are thereafter of little use of the Foundation, and Class AA amnesiacs are not advised in future testing. See Experiment Log 1139-1. The radius of the effect is exponentially proportional to the wattage applied to it, with a static shock creating a radius of 0.8 meters and a direct lightning strike estimated to create a radius reaching beyond, potentially resulting in a scenario. Developing practical methods of containing, controlling, or reversing the effect is ongoing, and should be considered a Level Chief priority. Possible use of the worst-case scenario planetary defense is under consideration. SCP-1139 was recovered during Incident 98564-K. Mobile Task Force Delta 5 Frontrunners raided a Church of the Broken God outpost in Normal, Illinois. A basement contained an apparently demented and violent elderly man holding SCP-1139, who was quickly terminated. In this room were over handmade documents, including stone tablets over years old and modern papers showing minimal wear. Note that the earliest documents predate the Church of the Broken God by over years. The documents do not appear to be written in any known languages, and different languages have been identified. Document SCP-1139-A regarding Incident 1139.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna throw this out here, man, because I already know from certain studies that I've done that, you know what I'm saying, that this can't be no more than 10,000 years old, because y'all ain't been, like, okay, not y'all. So when I say y'all, I mean certain species have not been here no more than 10,000 years. And I know, I'm gonna go on a whim and say about 6,000 to 7,000, maybe 8,000 years. Because y'all can't carbon date back past you know what I'm saying? It just don't work. It's not gonna work to let y'all really know, you know what I mean, how far back, because that's gonna be way beyond your comprehension of even knowing. You can't even fathom that. And there's souls that's been here for billions of years. Like billions. So it's like you can't even put a date on the soul. You can put a date on this avatar, but you can't put one on the soul. And everybody, like, again, good people, everybody ain't got one. Okay? Just gonna keep it 1,000 with you. You can do your genetic research and you can find out if you have one or not. Don't get confused. You know what I'm talking about? Do not get confused. Don't let them throw it off, because they're gonna lie. If they make it seem like they talking about everybody, they say everybody's the same, but you and I know through genetics that is not true. Through genetics, it's not true. Just like through genealogy, the slave trade narrative is not true. It's not spoken the way that it was supposed to be spoken. It's not told the way that it was supposed to be told. It's actually been reversed. Shout out to Dane Calloway. Yeah. So we ain't playing games in 2025. You know what I'm saying? It's the year of the 9. That's 9 ether beings. We stepping forth to let y'all know what's really been going on. That's what things is going on in the sky. That's my peoples. We came to let you know, because these folks didn't want to tell you. We here to tell you. It's real.
-01. At 4:30 p.m. over scattered civilian vehicles approached research area.
They got a lot of redacted
from
information,
both access roads. Research area was put on blue alert and procedure Theta Tau was implemented. The 4 ground-level Foundation personnel were initially able to maintain their cover identities when speaking with the trespassers, and discovered that the latitude and longitude of research area was distributed as the location of a youth jamboree. Pursuant to procedure Theta Tau, the trespassers were told that research area was a hunting lodge and that they had been sent to the wrong location. The departure of the trespassers was stalled due to a constant stream of new arrivals. Approximately adults and youths arrived in total. At precisely 4:52,
God dang it. Okay, Thrax, crack. Hey, listen here, sir. This is what we gonna have to do. I believe they got so much redacted information, we finna have to dig a little deeper on this and try to find out what's really going on. I actually think excuse me, I actually think that there's a message here, right directly in our face, y'all. Like, I listen, from my research of certain groups of people, they'll throw some like right here in your face, and it has all these little codes in it that, you know what I'm saying, that they know that most people probably wouldn't see. See what I'm saying? That's gonna tell you stuff like, here's a whole date right here. This looks like 36 yards or 36 TDS. I know that clearly as day. That says July. You know what I mean? So I'm sitting here looking at this like this is a whole message that needs to be deciphered. That's what I'm thinking. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking.
Approximately of the adults and
it's so much redacted information. It's like, bro, what? We're gonna have to dig. We're gonna have to dig, sir. So
in a coordinated attack.
Homework.
Battle cries consistent with rhetoric of the Church of the Broken God were heard, as well as references to the tongue and the voice. A perimeter breach occurred and lockdown was implemented. Mobile Task Force Row 5, B-Sting, converged on research area, countering the assault and containing the fleeing civilians with acceptable casualties. The surviving civilians indicated that revised coordinates were distributed via email a week prior, though the source of such information could not be effectively determined. The survivors were given Class C amnesiacs and re-questioned, using known Church of the Broken God secret codes. 3 additional members of the Church were detected and terminated. Area Command utilized cover story Beta Zeta, and the remaining civilians were provided grief counseling. Research area decommissioned. This is unacceptable. I don't care that the damn church broke silence first. We cannot allow this much attention to come down on one of our locations. You had better pray this media hype about gun-wielding scouts dies down and reporters don't find research area 05. Request upgrade to Keter status. Area Supervisor. Request denied 05. Experiment log 1139-1.
Okay. Down here it says tag. Tag, you're it. So, what are you gonna do when my family from up top starts speaking again, like they did other times when they just interrupt your transmission when there's some popular game or something going on where everybody's attentive, something like your Mike Tyson fight? You know what I'm saying? Where everybody, where most of the world would be attentive. I wasn't. I didn't give my energy to it. But yeah, it's what happens when there's a scenario like that, and then we just come through, like the message from back in the day when you were told to stand down, that the weapons and all the war, the time for conflict has come to an end. Y'all need to stand down, but you didn't, so we're on our way, and now they're here. That was back then. I'll get the date for y'all. Don't worry. I'll get the date for y'all when that message came out, when they just scrambled up the screen and came through. Hello everyone. We just letting y'all know we out there. They've been lying, and there's a species here on your planet that's been pretending to be you, but they're not you. I wonder who these people could be. Is it you? Maybe it's you. Maybe it's you guys back there in the back. Or how about the guys behind the veil? Maybe it's the guys that I'm trying to get my boy to come holler at. Maybe it's them. Or maybe that's who we come to see. You. Maybe. Who knows? But we're going to find out, right?
Addendum SCP-1139-C. Subject D02638. Linguist Dr. Wattage 200 watts of alternating current. Subject exposed to active SCP-1139. Subject grabbed his head and screamed, making a noise that included Foundation staff and Dr. suffered from a broken wrist and persistent headaches. Remaining staff placed in quarantine for fear of emetic properties. No such properties evidenced themselves, and staff were released from quarantine and returned to duty without incident. Containment and testing procedures revised. Addendum SCP-1139-E. Subject D18394. Linguist Dr. Wattage 200 watts of direct current. Subject is semi-literate prior to test. Subject is told to recite alphabet song during activation of SCP-1139 to confirm exposure. Exposure to SCP-1139 is followed by only nonverbal communication. Subject shows no sign of distress, though displeased by the researcher's silence. Doctor, after seeing the mild success in rudimentary nonverbal communication, grabbed the closest thing to a picture book from his office, giving the subject a copy of the Voynich manuscript. Subject ignored the pictures and began attempting to read the book, sounding out words as he went. Notably, he read the book backwards and from the middle of each page outward. All observations indicate that subject understood.
Some of the pages are missing, with around 240 remaining. The text is written from left to right. So if it's written from left to right, then that means that it would have come from the Western world, so to speak, over here in the Americas side-ish. And most of the pages have been illustrations or diagrams. Some pages are foldable sheets. Wilford Voynich, 1912. See, look, what I say about carbon dating. The vellum on which it is written has been carbon dated to the early 15th century. You see what I mean? So that's why I said what I said. You feel me? Like, yeah, I had that feeling.
Understood the book and found it to have a sad ending. Well, this one we have the alphabet for and a text. It should be simple enough to learn how to speak it. Doctor. 2 months after testing, Doctor placed on voluntary administrative leave due to stress. Subject D-18394 terminated and all documentation locked in long-term storage. Addendum SCP-1139-F. Subject D-18328. Linguist Dr. Wattage 200 watts of direct current. Subject asked to write a long memorized phrase down on paper, followed by the alphabet and numbers from 0 to 50, reading each word or number aloud. While walking to the table, subject exposed to SCP-1139. Subject writes out a text of unknown language, speaking as she does so and showing no notice of her change in language. Subject is incapable of speaking English, and no effort at reintroduction to the English language is made. It is noted the language from SCP-1139-F is different from all prior instances. We have a Rosetta Stone for this one. This should be simple to decode or prove as nonsense. Doctor. 4 months after testing, Doctor placed on mandatory administrative leave due to stress. Subject D-18328 terminated.
So Doctor came in there talking that ish, and now he done got sent home for medical leave. You know what I'm saying? Now he got anxiety, y'all. He all high strung and nerves bad. See what I'm saying? So this again the negative energies of the Mercury. So this is definitely Mercury energy is all up and down the line right now, busting ass. You know what I'm talking about? Busting ass, cause he's mad. He done got sent home for medical leave, y'all. He a doctor and he done got sent home for medical leave. He done came in here, man, this gonna be easy. We gonna get this thing chopped up. It's gonna either mean something or it's gonna be nonsense. By the end of this segment, he like, man, I'm going home, bro. My nerve bad. I'm in error. I'm confused. I'm frustrated. Anxiety. You know what I'm saying? It's just, listen. And yes, it was a mistake to send him in that room. Because he left out the calculating was wrong. See what I'm saying? Because it's like calculating in the negative. So you got mistakes and miscalculating. So you thought that this was going to be a game to walk in there playing with something that's beyond your comprehension. Then you always think that you really got the mental capacity to handle the situation, which you really don't. You know what I'm saying? Y'all going to learn. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Being a baby species, I get it. You think that that's that God complex. It's going to get you. I better chill out with that now. Some things is beyond you, and you just need to let that be what that is. Come on now, let's be real now. You feel me? We ain't gonna come in this year bull jobbing with nobody, man. Cause we know everybody got they things that they go through. You know what I'm saying? When certain things just be certain people's, that's just what certain people's does. Not saying that everybody's, you know what I'm saying, the other species are perfect. And that we ain't got our own flaws and tribulations and trials and tribulations to go through. But I'm just saying, that's one of y'all's. You feel me? You got that complex and you need to chill out because that has not gotten you anywhere but fucked up out here. For real.
And all documentation locked in long-term storage. Addendum SCP-1139-K. Subject Dr. Linguist Dr.
1139K. Wait, hold on, bro.
Wattage.
Hold on. What is 1139K? What's the K? I don't want to say 1139 here because they say right here it's clearly it's a Euclid. So somebody let me know. Thrax. Comment section, please. What's the K? Now I know we went through some stuff. We did. But normally we get 1139-1s, 2 3s. This is 1139K. Break it down for me, bro. Break it down for me.
200 watts of direct current. Without approval or oversight, Dr. exposed himself to SCP-1139. It is notable that Dr. spoke 8 languages fluently prior to the experiment. Dr. took over as linguist for experiment SCP-1139-K. Dr. exhibits the same symptoms of prior subjects, though he seems shocked by the verbal and written communications of Foundation staff. It appears that Dr. now knows 8 new languages, and by pointing at different places on the unlabeled map of the world, each new language has been associated with the language he is trying to speak. Dr. has been unable to communicate beyond non-verbal pantomime, and has since lapsed into inactivity and depression. Dr. moved to a long-term care medical facility and kept under suicide watch. Addendum SCP-1139-L. Subject D-17618 and D-14568. Linguist Dr.
Bro, they put bro on suicide watch.
200 watts of direct current.
That's horrible.
D-17618 exposed to SCP-1206 prior to standard exposure to SCP-1139. SCP-1139 had no effect on the subject. D-14568 exposed to SCP-1206 after standard exposure to SCP-1139. SCP-1206 had no linguistic effect on the subject. Addendum SCP-1139-M. Subject D-18818. Linguist Dr. acting remotely and assisted by Dr. to avoid memetic contamination. Wattage 200 watts of direct current. After standard exposure to SCP-1139, subject infected with SCP-444. SCP-444 infection continued as normal, with subject able to converse with other SCP-444 infected individuals. Dr. cleared of memetic contamination and remained assigned to SCP-1139. Further use of SCP-444 in testing approved. Addendum SCP-1139.
Hold up. Y'all see this right here? See this what I'm saying? See right here it looks like 7. That looks like a 7. And a P. It could be a Z. But it looks like a 7 and a P. And right there clearly is TV. Right under it is tag. There's QT. Like I'm trying to tell you, man, there's a message right here, dude. Like we might be able to sit here and like really decipher. You know what I'm saying? It could be some real code up in this joint. For real.
N. Subject D-18818. Linguist Dr. acting remotely and assisted by Dr. to avoid memetic contamination. Wattage 200 watts of direct current. Subject infected with SCP-444 days prior. After exposure, subject spoke a new language with no immediately apparent anomalous properties. Continued observation revealed fatalities included Foundation personnel, and contamination necessitated termination of an additional Foundation personnel. Dr. cleared of memetic contamination and remains assigned to SCP-1139. Use of SCP-444 in testing suspended by order of O5. Addendum SCP-1139-Q. Subject D-29374, D-93847, D-20375, D-20384, and D-29384. Linguist Dr. Wattage 400 watts of direct current. SCP-1139 activated carefully to affect 4 of the 5 subjects. Subjects quickly realized that none of them can understand the others. The unaffected subject acted virtually identical to the others, despite still speaking English. Long-term remote surveillance commenced. Without meaningful external verbal stimuli, subjects exhibited typical reactions: anomalous to solitary confinement and development of a crude, hierarchy-based society. D-20375 terminated following experiment and corpses incinerated. Request upgrade to Keter status, Dr. Request denied, and pull the plug on this sideshow. If you want a long-term test subject, use Dr. 05.
Damn. I mean, we gonna use Dr. They should call this damn thing SCP-1139, the broken. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, I promise you, y'all did the broken redacting. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. Y'all didn't really give up too much. Y'all told us about the scenarios, but y'all didn't really give up too much. Y'all were cautious about this one, and like, you got me curious. You got me real curious, because that's probably out of maybe close to 500 SCP videos. 500, yes, we're close to damn near 500 videos on SCPs alone. You hear me? I'm not playing with you. You know what I'm saying? We have covered. We've been in and out in the field. We've been in. We in it. Like, we is in the. It's too late to turn it back now. That's how far we in. You know what I'm saying, with these videos. And not one time do I recall ever hearing that that we needed the 05 council, 2 05 council personnel on deck every time. That's the first time I think I've actually heard that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Y'all listen, I'm not above correction. Be sure to drop whatever video that was that we covered. You know what I'm saying? Where we actually required them to be there on deck. Right off bat. Alright. After that, this is the first video that so much information has been redacted. Like, so y'all was really cautious with this information. That lets me know that there's more to it than y'all wanted to let out. Reason why I was looking at this tower and y'all didn't give us no other footage with it. It's just this tower with these words, which I get it. But still, there was things in there that I could read, and I promise you, it's probably be something like that, to that effect, that's going on with some of these code words. We got the Mercury. Mercury's energy was all over it, especially in the negatives. We got some of the tidbits over here because they were saying about royalty. They said something about royalty and hierarchy, or should I say hierarchy. So we got rulerships over high places. So like, remember what I said earlier about those high places? Right. So that's going to be that energies right there that we got busting. You feel me? There definitely is a spiritual meaning on it. There's some spiritual knowledge that needs to be gained, and that's the code insight. That's what we trying to get to, Thrax. So, yeah. We need to figure out what the was going on. We need to. I don't know how we gonna do it, but we need to find some other way to tie this thing to something else, because they got some questions that they need to answer. Real spit. Yeah. So, and then again with the negative energies was there on both the Mercury energy and the number 5 energy. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the nervousness, irritable, you know what I mean, excessive, because I'm pretty sure this thing just cracked in that mind excessively, you know what I'm saying? Then it lacks discipline and direction, like you don't know where you're going with this once you get in, and that's probably how people are being driven freaking mad, you know what I mean? Yeah, and having the writers, yeah, so I mean, listen, so but one thing I can say, Thrax, You pulled one out the deck that matched up with the numerology beautifully. You know what I mean? So yeah, I appreciate the class participation. That's how we bringing out the year. You know what I mean? We getting this thing busting. For sure. I really do appreciate all y'all rocking with us, man. It's definitely been a journey in the year of the 8 via 2024. I really do appreciate y'all. I you know what I'm saying? I can't thank you enough. salute, peace, and love to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all have fun out there, that you have fun bringing it in, that you didn't get into any troubles or anything like that, that you stayed with family, friends, you know what I'm saying, and you really, really reflected on memories, and you finna start some new stuff and new ventures. Remember, what I told you, you know what I'm saying, with this Hierophant card, this is, it's urging man to understand its higher nature. You know what I mean? Y'all keep that on y'all hearts. Get to know thyself. You know what I'm saying? Like you Neo. Like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Everybody Neo's out here in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Remember what the Oracle tells you. Know thyself. That's gonna be the best weaponry, the best arsenal that you got, is to know who you are. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to legendary Top Cats, you know what I'm saying, for actually putting the fire up under my ace, you know what I'm saying, for me to do my genealogy, to really, really search and find my folks. Now, I mean, I'm still going, I'm still looking, but I found my peoples, man. And yeah, you know what I'm saying, from the Chickanina Indians to all the way, you know what I'm saying, to the Lakota and the Apache. You know what I'm talking about? We in this thing. Big fellas up. You feel me? Yeah. Peace and love, you know what I'm saying? Y'all keep y'all head on that swivel, you know what I'm saying? Make sure we need to see them 3 chiefs walking the land, you know what I'm saying? So free the chief, you know what I'm saying, Larry Hoover. For those that don't know, don't even worry about it. They know who we talking to. So we need to see them walking, because they needs to be addressing the people. We needs to hear something that's been going on the land. You know what I'm talking about? So we looking forward to seeing y'all's compliance, because we put things in the public domain. We put things in the notice, like Big Chief Pontiac has told us to do. So salute the Chief Pontiac, you know what I'm saying? That my Unc Rod. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Rod Hayes, you feel me? Keep doing what you're doing, Unc. You feel me? We right behind you, Chief Pontiac. We behind you on that there. We want to see that. We need to see that, because the people needs to, you know what I'm saying, know what the hell took place on their land. This is ours. And it's not like we're trying to take it from anybody. We just want to set the record straight, to let folks know that, yeah, it's some stuff that took place right in front of your eyes, and it's right here, and we've been here, and they've been lying, and that's how we coming. You know what I'm talking about? So I don't care if you're mad at it. This is the age of Aquarius. We bringing it in with truth, and that's what we speaking. If you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. Go talk to Great Mother. That be the Universal Prime Creator, the one that gave the neuromelanators the spark. For those that don't have it, you got an issue coming. You know what I'm talking about? And that's cognitive dissonance. Ain't gonna work. I've been trying to told y'all all last year. Cognitive dissonance ain't gonna work. Do some due diligence, because that's gonna help you out the most, to be real with you. All right. So, head on the swivel. Don't forget to keep yourself spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally protected. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I say stuff like that. If you don't understand what I'm saying, just kind of take some of the keywords and go and look it up. It's time to do some research, people, and wake up to the truth. All right? I can't say everything, because I can't give everything to you, because it's up to some of y'all to actually do your due. All right? So, when the ancestors allow me to speak what I need to speak and say what I need to say, I will say that. Until then, I speak in these codes as everybody else does, because everything ain't for everybody. For those that get it, salute to you. For those that get it on the other end, we coming for that check, sir. And for all the Academates, all the new subscribers of 2024, salute to you. Thank you. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the chairs where we going through the anomalies, the SCP universe. You know what I'm saying? And we're checking out everything, and we're bringing in a different spectrum, a different perspective. That's using numerology, astrology, astronomy if need be, etymology if need be. You know what I'm talking about? We're using extra tools versus just a normal reaction. You know what I'm talking about? So I appreciate those that actually bear through when we actually call out our energies and our numbers. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it helps you out. Do your due diligence with that. You know what I'm saying? Your research with that, because there's not something that you won't be able to buck, and that's the numbers. So it is 12 o'clock. Happy New Year's. I'm about to get out here enjoying the fun, because I've been listening to it the whole time. So yeah, we about to go let some pop. Happy New Year's to y'all. You know what I'm talking about? Peace and love.